Hey.
Okay, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome to the Watch Party on the Hit List Network. I'm your boy Sydney as a Kiwi.
And I'm Lydia.
I know. I'm gonna get.
I'm your boy Brian St. John. I know who I am.
Sorry to cut you off. I know they're gonna curse me out tonight. Anyway, welcome y'all tonight. Every weekend we talk about how blackity black, but this week was exceptionally great episodes this week. Tonight we're discussing P-Valley, the hit runaway show called P-Valley, The Chi, and then Greenleaf. And all three episodes to me were phenomenal. But before we get into the episodes in the show, how y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Doing good. How you doing?
Tired.
Okay,
But my energy, I'm getting my energy up.
I know, right? Yes. Get ready because there's a lot to talk about, a lot to unfold with these shows.
So, is there any show that you want to highlight before we get into this one? Anything y'all been watching?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching a number of things so far, especially through this weekend. I don't know how I had time to do anything else, but I
give you a recommendation.
But I watched The Rental, which is a thriller horror movie, which is really good. It's like old school horror where they really freak you out versus all the hands coming out the walls and all that nonsense. The Rental is really good. Lydia recommended what is it? What Keeps You Alive, which I saw that last night, and that was really good.
That was a random pick for me.
Yeah, that was really good. And then I also watched a new series on Netflix called. I had time to do anything else, but that was really.
What's happening?
Good.
What's happening?
What's going on over there?
we got a bunch of technical difficulties.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Come on now, we gotta keep it interesting.
Also, okay, real quick. Also watched a film on Netflix called something Singles. What's the
Seriously Singles?
Seriously Singles. Yes.
Seriously Singles. Absolutely amazing and wonderful.
Yeah.
I want to thank you
guys.
Black
comedy from South Africa. That was really good. Yeah.
No, that was a great recommendation. I think Lydia or one of you guys had put it up on the chat.
I did.
Yeah, and then when he put it up, I was like, oh my gosh, I just watched that. But it was a funny African film. Gotta give it up to Netflix for the international films. I mean, they in the game. They definitely in the game.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it maybe like a week or so ago, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. But then you guys had seen it already and talked about it, so I said, okay, let me give it a shot. And like you said it was cute. It was cute.
Yeah,
it was cute.
Yeah. And it was good to see different faces, different actors, a different culture. I'm so used to seeing serious South African films, and this was lighthearted, So I was like, all right, okay, bring them on. Let's go.
Yeah. And the actress that played Noni, I don't have the information in front of me to give her name, but she was phenomenal. Loved her.
Yeah.
She was hilarious to me.
The comedic co-star.
Yeah,
the best friend.
I loved it. Okay. All right. Well, let's dive deep. Let's dive deep into Pussy Valley, aka P Valley. Yeah.
I felt like he just wanted to say that word.
Yes. He did.
I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Give us the breakdown.
Yeah, so this is a really quick recap.
Okay.
So the show is about a strip club named The Pink. So The Pink is a popular strip club in Mississippi where intrigue abounds when the mysterious Autumn is welcomed by Mercedes, the dancer. Mercedes is the headliner at the Pink strip club. And Uncle Clifford, who owns the strip club and runs it, along with like the other side characters of, Mercedes' friends, Gidget and M.I.
Crooked-letter. Humpback.
Keyshawn. So yes, it is. It's a show about, these characters at the strip club, and it just follows their lives outside of the strip club as well.
Okay. And I'm just gonna piggyback on that intro a little bit. The show was created by a woman by the name of Katori Hall. Yes. She's the showrunner and the show creator. And initially, this was her baby. This was a Broadway play called Pussy Valley. Okay. Yes, called Pussy Valley. And in writing this, she said, "Oh my God, this plays out more like a television show." So she shopped it and then got the green light for the show.
Got it.
And so she went.
I can't see how this would have been on Broadway or anything like that. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember it, but that's what she said. And so she's someone to definitely keep our eyes on, because so far the show has really it's turned my eyes. Initially, I thought I'm like, oh, okay. Let me see what this is about. Yeah, it immediately reminded me of Players Club from 1998. Yes. And it's basically right. It's basically an updated version to me of the Players Club, even down to Lisa Ray character, very similar in appearance to Autumn Night.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It feels like it's an extension of that, and I'm so surprised that it's 2020 and we haven't gotten a show already like this. It seems like this show has been long overdue. Like this setting in a strip club, and because it's so ingrained in our culture that I'm surprised that this hasn't already been done. But I welcome it. So let's kick it off with Autumn. She seems to be the center, the mystery of Miss Autumn Night.
Yeah.
Brian, what you think of Autumn?
I'm trying to. First of all, she's beautiful.
Yes.
She's very mysterious, and I'm still intrigued in terms of trying to figure out what her backstory is.
Yes.
We know that she had a daughter. We know she escaped some sort of traumatic situation in the midst of I'm assuming, I think it was New Orleans that she escaped from when the storm happened. So I feel like her chickens are coming home to roost from this episode, because I feel like the person that she might have been running from was introduced subtly this weekend in this past episode. But, I'm just curious because she's also running some sort of scheme where she's getting a lot of like $9,000 every transaction. She's going through different characters and different driver's license and everything. So I don't know what this scheme is, and I don't understand how she continuously can do this every week. But she's getting away with it. So I'm curious to find out what all this is going to be leading to.
Lydia, what do you think about this scheme? What could she possibly be getting all this money from?
You know what? I don't know. But when they showed the guy that's I guess looking for her now that he's in the same town as she is, when they showed him looking at the account or something, I just started thinking, oh, is this his money? Maybe he's into drugs or something, and she's stealing. Yeah, she's taking his money. So, but she gotta find a way. Remember when she went to the place to do the transfer, the woman was like, "Nah, you can't do no more transfers. That's it. Like this is it." So she had to find a way. How can I get the money out? So that's why she plugged in Mercedes, and Mercedes was like, "Nah, do it under this name, and we'll get the money out." Blah blah blah. The whole thing. So. That part, of course, is like, it intrigues your, like, what is going on? Like, what's happening, But it's going to get kicked up now because somebody else is involved and the dude is in town. So now it's going to go down.
Is he a pimp, by the way? Because he had this full-on pimp outfit on. The hat, the suit.
Don't know.
Like, what's going on here? What year is it?
Yeah, we
don't know.
It's the mystery. They have him. They showing him from the back, and then he walks out, and they're being real dramatic. I don't know.
Yeah,
but you had mentioned Mercedes, so let's dig into Queen B.
Yeah,
P-Valley, Queen B, Mercedes. Yeah, I love her. Let's just say off the rip,
I love her too.
She's tough.
Yeah,
she's sensitive. She's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like you're riding for her. They're giving her backstory.
She about business.
Yes, she's trying to come up off of her situation.
Right.
And that's one thing I love about the show is it's not just they're just strippers, but they're showing the backstories and the reason why these people are in the position that they are in stripping. And so they're giving us some context and get a feel for what's going on behind, the situation that they're in. And so Mercedes, she had to give up her child and give her child to her sister. Her sister's raising her. She's trying to make enough money so she can build this dance school that she's all these years she's pooled all her money, and now she's able to leave the strip club and finally manifest her dream. What else? She has all the respect and admiration from everybody in, I guess, all the men in the town, all the women in the club, everyone. Like she's Queen Bee, and so she's just trying to, successfully get out the game.
Yes, I love how they portrayed her though, because she straight up is like, yeah, I'm a stripper, but I'm not stupid. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like she has street smarts for days. Like you can't get over on her, and she handles her business. Like when she's outside of the club, she handles herself well. Like, she got her little place. She's put together well. She
changes. You would never think she was a stripper when you see her out in the street.
Right. So and she seems to be a great role model for the girls.
Right. So I love that they wrote her character like that. So you can see, like, yes, they're at a strip club and they're strippers, but these women have lives. Like, just because they're on a pole, it doesn't mean that they're horrible people or whatever. So I like that they wrote her character like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say the cinematography of these strip routines is absolutely incredible.
It's crazy.
Mercedes, I think 2 weeks ago when they did her routine, and then Mississippi was last week, and then Mercedes was 2 weeks before.
Yeah. No,
whatever.
No, Mississippi was last week.
You're right.
Mississippi was last week. Yeah. So those routines of how they filmed them was incredible to me. First of all, just in general, just all the routines every time they show them. And then the other thing that I appreciate.
Were you in your house? Were you in your house tossing dollars at the screen? I'm sorry.
The other thing that I appreciate how they do it is
that was you.
That was just me. That was just me. Okay.
No, one of the things that I appreciate that we've never seen before is how they take down the music and then we hear the breathing of them being on the pole. So we kind of feel the realism of what a person would act, their breathing and everything, of how they probably would be on that pole without all the extra music and everything in the background. So we're actually just dialed into them. And I thought that was brilliant how they did that.
Yeah, I like how they do that when they drop back the music. And it's like, you think about it like, oh, they on the pole. They probably thinking, oh, I got to go home. I got to get Pampers for the baby. I got to make sure I have enough food for this week. Like they're on the pole and they're probably thinking all these things and doing the routine, but because it just comes natural to them. Mm-hmm. But you're right. Like that's really dope how they drop back the music. And it's like, the girls are on the pole and they're just like thinking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And the colors. And the vibrancy of it, everything just pops.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Piggybacking on Mercedes, can we talk about Mercedes' mom, Precious? Not Precious. Patrice.
Patrice. That's even.
The mom is as bad as the mom in Precious. Yes.
Mother is evil. All that Christian and Bible and that mother is evil.
Okay. Just so that you all know, we're just doing an overall view of episodes 1 through 5. So we're not literally going through this episode because this is our first night reviewing the show. So Mercedes gave her mom $20,000 to hold, I guess, as collateral or leverage so that the church
can get a bank loan.
The church,
they can get the bank loan. So she's been holding on to. The mom has been holding on to Mercedes' life savings. And so now it's at the point where Mercedes wants to leave. and put down a down payment. She found a building that she can start her school, and she needs the money to make a down payment. And so she went to her mom, I need the money. And so the mom was like, oh, what you need the money for? Oh, I need the money for school. So it's like, okay, I'll get it to you tomorrow. And so the show's been building up to Mercedes, her last day, the last dance, Mercedes. And, whenever something gets built up, it's going to get chopped. It's going to get chopped. And so I'm just like, oh my God, the mom is going to somehow steal this money or do something with the money. And then lo and behold, boom, Mercedes goes to get she's been trying to track down her mom all day. The mom is MIA. And then we find out where the mom is. Brian.
The one thing I can say is the mother's trifling. However, I don't honestly think that was the mother's initial intention. I think what happened was...
Yeah, she said so.
The mother thought that she was going to be the next in line at her church to be a preacher. And when they made it all about the boys again and then shut her out, she was just like, oh, to hell with this. I'm just going to my daughter's going to understand is what she thought, I believe. What?
No, well, I finish your thought. I just want to challenge you a second.
Okay. Yeah, I think she thought that her daughter was going to understand that if I take this money, yes, my daughter gave me this money to hold on to it, but my daughter's going to see God as the greater good. And having a church is the greater good. And I think that's what the mother was thinking was going to happen, and her daughter would understand. No. Don't fuck with my money, for your cause. Like, your cause is the church. My cause is the gym. I loaned you that money to hold on to it. I didn't give you that money for your own needs. That's where the separation comes in. And if you had a conversation with me and talked to me about the situation, maybe I might have seen things. No, I'm just saying, maybe I might have seen things your way if you had a conversation with me. But the mother didn't even do that. The mother was just like, oh, my daughter's going to understand. I'm just going to take this money, and she's just going to have to sacrifice her dreams for my dreams. And that's not how it works.
Well, the only thing I don't think the mother was just so selfish about it. I think she, in her mind, thinks that she got a calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they showed this feather that's been in her eyelash, and she thinks it's the wings of God or angel.
She keeps saying the calling. Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks it's not just I'm just gonna take my daughter's money. She feels like she is doing God's work. She got a sign, and she sees through the situation, and she was like, okay, I have this money, and God is telling me to open up this church, to take this money and to do this with it, as opposed to I'm gonna just go do this and it's just me. They won't let me do it. I think she really believes that she is following a calling.
Right. Deadly. But what happened at the church was the catalyst for it.
Yes.
And then she saw the feather and was like, and some people, you just never know, but she felt like, oh, wait a minute, these are the signs or whatever. So that's why she just said, oh, I'm going to open up my own church or whatever. And took the child's money, her daughter's money, to do it. So yeah, you're right. She made up in her mind that, oh, God is speaking to me. And it's just like, but he's speaking to you to take your child's money? Nah, that's not what he's telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The mother, like, she's foul, but she feels like
low down, dirty dog.
She is foul.
That's why she
and then she's like, no, but God is telling me I need to do this, so you just got to follow along. And it's like, oh my gosh, she's giving a really bad name to Christians. Like, she's taking, no, but this is the thing. It's like the storyline, also dips into how, it's like how sometimes people get caught up in religion, and it's sometimes these smaller churches, and they start to, they get a hold of money, and they just like, oh, it's all about me. Well, God told me to do that, so I just did it because God said. And it's like, what? Because even the pastor of that little church, he foul too. You know what I mean? He's foul. Yeah. Yes. So
I mean, even we talk about the Shy, even the Shy when it comes to the church.
big, Papa,
Like,
Dad that took the money from Camilla.
Yeah.
Another little storefront. It's like Papa was like, Dad, what you doing with that? Where's your heart, Dad? Where's your heart?
Okay.
Yo.
Okay. We got to get into the real star of the show.
Yes.
The real star. Uncle, was it Uncle Clifford?
Uncle
Clifford.
Woo!
He was so much when the show first started. I'm like, what is this?
Yes.
What is this, Big Frida? Who is this? What's happening?
I loved him from day one.
He was just over the top.
Like, okay.
That's what I loved about it. Yeah.
Uncle Clifford, for you guys that haven't seen it, Uncle Clifford is the owner of the strip club Pink. And he's the maestro, the MC, the club owner, the everything.
The cook, he cooked.
Right, he's everything. He holds all the town's secrets. Like,
he's connected to the police.
He's connected to the police.
You know the sheriff. Yo. Oh my God. Everybody. He everybody. He's hilarious, but I love when they show that he has issues himself too. You know what I mean? Like, he's going through stuff, and when you see that vulnerable part, that's where you're just like, oh wow, you know what I mean? And then he uses all the flamboyancy to cover it all up and make it seem like he's okay, but he's struggling too. Yeah,
because when he's out of drag and he's in his full on,
does he look weird?
He looks weird. I'd
rather see him with the wig guy. Yes.
Yeah, he looks weird. But you can see his insecurities and his doubts come into play more when he's not in drag. He doesn't seem as strong unless he has all of the bells and whistles on him. Because even when he had sex with
Lil Murder.
Okay, we just not gonna fly over that. We're gonna get into that.
We're not gonna fly over.
We gotta get into that. Brian, you brought it up. Break down the scene. Who is Lil Murder? Break it down.
Break down who Lil Murder was.
Murder is a rapper who's trying to get put on. So in his mind, he thinks he has it all put together and everything. He's very masculine. You would never think that he's down or sways that way whatsoever. However, he does, and he's very much into Uncle Clifford. Very much from day one. The first time they met, you never would have thought. I thought there was a little flirting going on just so that he could get into the club and get over on him. And then I thought it was going to be some aggression coming back from him. Nope, he is full on into him, and I think he's falling in love with him.
Yes, it's genuine. It's genuine.
Yeah. It's genuine.
Like, it is. He wrote the song for her. Mm-hmm. He wrote the song about her. Falling, I'm falling.
And he doesn't.
And he wanted to take him out on the town.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and this
never saw that one coming.
I never saw it coming.
No.
Never saw it coming.
No. Yeah. And he fell hard even before they had sex or anything. Mm-hmm. He started really getting into her, and I was just like, look at Lil Murder. He's smitten.
They had a little tryst, remember?
They did slob it down.
Played in the beginning,
They slobbed it down a little bit.
They slobbed and bobbed,
Yes, but okay. I want to make a side comment.
Well, come on,
The show is they show everything. I mean, you saw
remember
testicles, you saw penises.
Okay, rewind.
No, you didn't say
talk about highlights.
Everything.
Talk about the highlights now. We haven't even talked about the character yet. Right. We haven't talked about. Introduce him, Lyd.
Andre. You talking about Andre?
Yeah, Andre. Who is Andre to the folks?
So Andre is the godson of the mayor of the town. Oh, we need to get to.
Come on. We got to go through them all.
So Andre's the godson of the mayor. So he's working with him to get this casino built up or whatever. And of course, they're looking to take over the land that the Pink is on because that's a part of the property to put the casino on. So him and Autumn, did we talk about Autumn yet?
No, we started talking about Autumn. We talked about her getting the money, but we haven't talked about her and her dating.
Right. So him and Andre and Autumn got a little thing for each other. Yeah, they had the scene.
Andre Watkins.
Right. So they had a scene where they had phone sex, and I said, "Look at here, they done show everything." I mean, balls and all.
I thought I had to whip it out too. I'm just like, "What's going on?" I
said,
we full on out. Well, out of this one.
Okay. Right. You ain't say nothing about putting out no dollars when I said that.
What you said, Brian? You was about to what?
The phone sex have to be that good?
Yo, look, Sid is drinking. Listen.
I have to say though.
What you got to say?
I was taken back because we've seen a bunch of stuff on cable, we've seen
this is different.
Watchmen. We've seen a whole bunch of stuff between HBO and Stars and everything. This was totally different. I was not expecting to see what I saw when they did the phone sex scene.
No, when he climaxed and they showed his stomach and all his goodness was on his stomach.
I've never seen that on cable before. That was literally soft porn. Borderline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe because I don't know if you realize all the episodes have been directed by women. So this is all women's perspective of what's going on in the strip clubs.
That's a good point.
Not from a male
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so it's like, okay.
So now it's flipped.
Women want to see this.
Yeah. Very good point, Sid. Good point. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because it does focus a lot on the guys, their reactions, what they do, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that makes sense. Because they showing it all. Balls to the wall. I was like, what the? I said, I didn't know it was gonna be that.
How can you do
that kind of show?
How can you do a strip club show and not be explicit?
I mean, I know
on
explicit.
the male side, like the way that they did in this episode. Normally with men, you see them soft.
They don't show the men. They don't show women.
They don't show full on hard and jerking off.
No, they don't show the men. Yeah. They don't show their penises in there. No, this was full on. I said, let me clean my glasses and let me see.
By standards,
what's happening here?
By standards, I didn't think that you can show any man even halfway hard without it being an X-rated label to it on television anyway.
Those standards have changed.
Yeah, where did you get those standards from? I don't remember.
No, you couldn't. You could show a woman, but in TV or whatever, you couldn't show even on network a man's frontal like that.
Cable is
not
semi-erect or erect. You couldn't show
or where you saw it. Like no. But we obviously see the standards have been relaxed because I said, I didn't know I was in for this ride. Let me put my seatbelt on. Click, click. Let me get ready. They didn't prep us for that. Now I'm mad at that. They didn't prep us. I didn't know.
They wanted the shock value. Yeah, they wanted the shock
value. They keep bringing it. They keep bringing it because the sex
but now we're prepared for
Little Murder and Uncle Cliff. I was like,
what? But
I wasn't ready.
But we was prepared for. Now we know. Y'all showing everything. So now I know. So when that came on, I was like, look at this here. Look at the two of them. That was woof.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to give a shout out to our folks. We got some new viewers in Nzinga. What up, Nzinga? In the house. Chrissy Murray, Tanya Howell. What up, y'all?
Yeah, hi, Nzinga. Hey, Tanya.
Yeah,
hey,
no, and
Chrissy.
Zinga hit me was just like, Sydney, you gotta wake up and watch this right now at 12 midnight. And I'm like, Zinga, I'm tired. And she made me watch it last night. So thank you, Zinga. Yes. It was fire.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so let's get back and let's get into Mayor Ruffin. Isaiah Washington. The return of Isaiah Washington.
And he looking real, a good little chocolatey drop. He looked good. And you know what? I ain't never seen a mayor with no gold teeth in it.
Yeah, that be killing me every time I see him talk. With the
is it me? But I can't stand his accent. I think it's terrible.
I think it's
terrible.
It is terrible. It is. But you know what? It took me 3 episodes to get used to all them accents. I put subtitles on. I don't know what they're talking about. What they saying?
Down south. They down south.
I know.
Yeah.
But yes, he playing the mess out of that role though. I think he's doing the role well. I do. I
think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they all are. Right down to what was her name on Have and Have Nots? Tweety or whatever, the bartender, Sydney.
Yeah. We got 2 members. No. Have and Have Nots. We got Benny.
Benny.
And then the sister.
Tweety right. Yeah, the sister. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. They got work. This work after Tyler Perry.
Yes. But Isaiah's playing the heck out of that mayor role, who's as scandalous as everybody else and trifling. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like I think this is a good return for him. I do. It's small, but it's still good because he's playing the role well. Gold teeth and all.
Okay. The last character I just want to touch on that I think is somebody to keep our eyes on is Keyshawn.
Mississippi?
Miss Mississippi?
M.I. Cook a letter I.
Who's becoming the Beyonce of Pink?
Yes, she is. With her 273,000 likes.
Who we found out is married to a white man. Because I didn't.
Yes.
I thought all them sounds was coming from my brother.
Yeah. White boy is beating her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, this show has so many twists and turns. I'm like, okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, man. That was like, oh wow. But I love how his name is Diamond in this show. He just lay in the cut. Like he likes her and he just lays in the cut, just ready. You know, he's trying to protect her or whatever. And he just stood in the back, like just waiting. I know he wanted to beat on that ass, but he couldn't.
Beat his ass bad. Yeah. Because he knows he's beating her. So
So he don't want her to catch him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give him more. I feel like they just haven't gotten to him yet.
Yeah.
But I feel like more is coming with him.
Yes, definitely.
Because we really haven't explored much of his backstory yet either. So I'm sure more is going to come because I'm sure there's something about him that we're probably going to see as the show develops as well. Maybe once he starts connecting with Mississippi more, then we'll start seeing a little bit more of what's going on with him because there has to be a story with him. There's a story with everybody.
Can I nitpick? You know I'm the nitpicker. Can I nitpick one scene? It was a couple episodes back where there was a guy in the strip club and he grabbed the guy by the neck and then lift him up with one hand. Did you see that scene?
Yes.
I said, did we just turn into the Marvel Avengers? Like he lifted a man with one hand.
He did.
He lifted him up like. Well, I was like,
and that man was a little thick. He wasn't thin.
Don't judge him because you ain't got that strength. I'm just saying, it's not impossible.
I guess. Oh,
okay. Okay, B. Don't grab my neck.
Right? Who you lifting up with one hand?
All I said is don't judge the man because of his strength.
All right.
No,
Oh my
don't be
God.
mad, Lydia. Lydia, you know you like a man that go and lift you up like that.
And y'all, is Zynga? I don't know if y'all got looking at the comments. Is Zynga is cracking me up in the comments.
Oh my God! And Zynga is on fire in the comments.
So I think it's unanimous to say that we really like this show, right?
No, I liked it from the day one.
I really
like this show.
Yeah, Players Club was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, same here.
So I just fell right into this one. I loved it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Overall, I don't think we need to rate the episode, but I really just love the series. And so, I recommend if you all haven't seen it, check it out. It's midway through. I don't know how many episodes we're going to get for this season. I don't know. It has been picked up already for season 2.
Yes.
So we're going to get a season 2.
Yes. So it's good.
I think it says, love the show. Yes, we love the show. We right on there with you. Okay. So we don't need to rate it, right? We love it.
We like it.
Yeah, because we're not. Okay. All right, so let's get into the other one that just finished, The Chi.
Okay.
You want to kick it off, Lid?
So this episode was called The Front Room. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out the whole episode.
So Keisha remains trapped in her own personal nightmare while Kevin, Nina, and Dre worry about the future. Ronnie hopes to be absolved of his past transgressions. So there's a lot for this episode. That family is in turmoil right now. It's complete, utter breakdown and turmoil. Like, they don't know what to do, understandably so. And Keisha don't know how to be. She doesn't know. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on in this episode. And the total focus was really on the family and in the apartment. Like they just filmed in the apartment and people were coming. So I like how they did that, like the family, period. How it's breaking down, everybody's part in it, how they're all affected. Like, I like how this episode was written like that, but the family's in turmoil.
For me, this was the best episode of the entire series. Not season, series.
Okay.
Because we had talked about initially what Keisha would be like afterwards.
Yes.
When she was rescued. This not only just highlighted it, it just showed us the trauma an individual goes through from every aspect of the anger, the is it my fault? Is it your fault? Why didn't you save me? It went through the whole gamut of emotion.
Everything.
And the key point you said, it was filmed from the house. So it was like, okay, we're taking a pause. We're taking a beat from the regular scheduled show, and we don't need to see all the other elements that's going on in the Chi. We're focusing on Keisha and the key supporting characters around her. And we're going to break them down one by one and have people come to the house, and I thought it was brilliant. This is the type of episode for me that is Emmy Award winning. When they look at shows to be nominated for Emmys, this is the type of one. I don't remember who directed this episode, but applause. B, what you think?
I like the fact that how it was shot in the house. I do like that, and I appreciated that. I thought it was done very well. I don't know, the show.
Oh my God.
Dre and Nina. I just got issues with a lot of different things. I feel like the mother is wrong. The mother, because
which
you
the
do have
biological.
Nina, because you do have to. I feel like Dre was doing the right thing in terms of you have to get the woman, you have to get her some help. You can't just wait for her to say, hey, I need help. No, she went through a traumatic situation, a very detrimental situation to her health, physically. We don't know all that happened in the house. She has to talk about it. You can't just have her sit up in that room by herself behind a locked door. You have to get the girl help. You can't wait for her to ask for the help. You just can't. So that part bothered me.
The fact that Nina bothered you because Dre felt
Nina
like you.
bothered me.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Right.
And then you also have to remember that you have another child, a younger child in the house, and you can't neglect that child as well. Because now you're going to traumatize that child and have that child feel jealous of Keisha. And hey, I understand because he is a smart kid, but at some point it's going to be like, okay, when do I get attention again? You know what I'm saying? Because now you're going to cause a situation within the household because you cannot neglect one child for another, regardless of the situation, because you're not dealing with the other child the way you should be dealing with the other child properly by getting her the help that you need. And whether it be as an individual or as a blended family and all sitting down together with a therapist, you have to deal with it. You can't just wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
So those are my issues that were happening with the show that was bothering me, and I just couldn't get past it.
Those are good points.
And Zing in the comments says, yeah, they all need counseling.
Yes, they need family therapy. They need family therapy. Because so Dre is like, no, she needs to talk to somebody. Yes. But on the other hand, too, I guess Nina is just she don't know what to do. She's her mom, and she's just like, I just want to I don't want to push her. I want to make sure she's fine. But see, Dre is trying to, talk to her, but she don't want to listen to that. She's like, I don't want to hear it. I just want to make sure that she's okay. I don't want to push her. And Dre is like, oh my God, my hands are up in the air. What are we gonna do? So
look. AJ in the comments says that Dre is overstepping. I don't think that.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
she's not overstepping. She's a mother. They are married.
Equal. They're married, so that's her daughter too. She's not overstepping.
Yeah, like there was a scene where they addressed that, and Nina was just like, "Those are my kids." And I forget what Dre said, but she was like,
when is it going to be our kids?
Our kids. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes, she's absolutely right.
Why am I married to you then? If you're keeping everything separate, then why am I married to you?
So it's like, those are your kids together. Like, you got to include her now. You know what I mean? So I thought that was...
No, AJ, no.
They just got
AJ
married.
said they just got married and... sorry, go ahead, Lydia.
No, but remember, AJ.
So what is the time limit on that, AJ? What is the time limit? They got married. And
they dated beforehand.
Yes.
So they didn't just meet yesterday and they got married today.
Is it 2 years that she can say, these are my children? What?
Right. And remember, they're struggling with, Dre is struggling with bonding with them from before. So it's like, whether they're married, now they're married, it's official. It's like, it doesn't matter that they just got married. Dre been there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now they're official. They're married. Those kids are her kids too. Those are their stepkids. So, you know what I mean?
And to your point, Lydia, if you're telling me that I'm overstepping and it's too soon for me to inject myself into this situation to try and help, and try and be some sort of comfort for you and your daughter, then why am I here?
Right.
I might as well just divorce you. Because then we're not partners. Right. We're not working together as one family unit. We are not a family. We are still individuals. There's no reason I should have married you then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turmoil. Right. Nothing but turmoil in it.
So the first visitors to the house are the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Papa and Jake, they come in.
Well, no, not the first. The girl.
The best friend.
The best friend was the first visitor to the house.
Was the best friend the first visitor to the house?
Best friend was the first visitor to the house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So break down the best friend. What happened when the best friend got there, Brian?
So Dre was the one that spoke to the best friend and invited the best friend over to the house because Dre felt That's the way I would have thought. However, she should have had a conversation to let Nina know that.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Should have had a conversation. Yes.
That conversation should have happened. So she didn't have that conversation, but she invited her best friend to come over to the house, thinking that the best friend would be some sort of comfort to Keisha to kind of break her.
Which she was initially.
Which she was. Yes, she was to a certain point. The girl talked too much.
Well, we knew from day one when we met the friend, she always was that way. She was consistent.
Yeah, she was consistent. But I think it was the fact that when Keisha asked her what people were thinking and just her cavalier answer.
Oh no. We got technical difficulties with B.
Oh wait, damn, is he going?
This is a watch party first.
Oh shoot! And I was about to click my what my Wi-Fi? Baby.
He's slowly coming
Are we back? Am I back?
No, are you back?
No, it was. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to Watch Party. We like to introduce Ryan.
I don't know what happened. I just started talking and then the thing just started going around and then I lost everybody.
The Watch Party guys was just like boop,
boop. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what I was saying. I know I was talking about the best friend and the whole thing threw me off mid-sentence. I can't remember my train of thought.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. So the best friend came in and Keisha just needed to know what were people saying happening in school, and then she ripped the friend to shreds because the friend is she's not a real friend. She just, it was a superficial high school friendship, and she's just like, come on now. Bye, get out.
Get out.
And so moving forward.
The girl said to her was, I'm glad you're not dead.
Yes. And I'm like,
Lord, it's like next, so the boys, Papa and Jake come by, which I thought was great. Like Kevin really needed the support, and those guys, they're the best. They really are the best. Every week we gush over them and their relationship and how they light up the screen when they come, and they just consistently do it. And when they came in just to give support to Kevin, and they lighten up a vape pen. I'm sorry, you can't smell a vape pen through the door.
I was thinking the same thing.
I thought the same thing.
But I was just like, they're not in a mansion. Knock it off. It's like, knock it off.
I was like, Mama Nina, you don't smell it.
And they mad high.
And Papa stayed
every 2 seconds.
Papa stayed telling them, trying to look out for them. That's really dangerous. That ain't good for your health.
What did Papa say coming in the house? God is good. God
all the time. All the time.
I said, yo, Papa is the man. They were sitting in the writing room just laughing and like having the best time coming up with the lines for him. Because he's the best.
AJ.
That's right.
AJ.
That's right.
AJ says Big Papa's acting is so flat. You are so
Okay. I gotta get a horn or something so I can blow it every time he says something stupid. Because I don't know what show he's watching, but Papa is the damn best. Papa's the best.
Papa is the best. Maybe we should send Papa to John Travolta's acting school.
Right. And
it's a side joke, everybody.
What? Okay, tell the folks what the side joke is. Really quick.
The side joke is, once again, AJ also feels that John Travolta is not a legendary actor. And he's underrated, basically.
So we had a whole discussion and debate prior to the airing of this broadcast. But anyway, sidetrack. So the boys come in and they do their fellowship with Kevin in the room, which I thought was wonderful. And then we have the entrance of Emmett and Jada.
love Emmett.
Yo, Emmett.
He can charm the drawers off of anybody.
You see, Emmett goes to the door, and in the household thought was like, Keisha ain't gonna open up that door. Keisha, Emmett is Emmett. Come in, Emmett. And
they were like, and Dre said, this nigga.
He's charming.
Emmett is the MF man.
He's the bomb, okay? He's the bomb. He gets in and he talks to her. They just talk, you know what I mean? And that's what she wanted. She just wanted to just be able to talk and feel comfortable doing that. And he was able to do that for her, which I was like, all right, Emmett, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he does. Like, at the end of the day, with all his shenanigans and his mess ups and whatever else, he's still a good dude. He really is.
He is a good dude.
He's a good dude. And he does care about people.
A young knucklehead. He's young.
A knucklehead. He is, and he does dumb things. But he's a caring person. And so he makes you feel comfortable enough to be like, I'm gonna talk to you and tell you, my darkest, feelings or whatever. And she felt comfortable doing that. And I was happy because I was like, oh my gosh, she got to get it out. She can't shun everybody away. There has to be somebody that she feels comfortable talking to because she's going to pop. She's just going to explode.
And I think initially she might have thought that would have been her best friend because she did allow her to come into the room. She wanted to talk to her. She did start talking to her, but the best friend just wasn't the right one to talk to. She didn't make her feel comfortable. She started saying a whole bunch of nonsense.
She's a chicken.
And that just, yeah. But Emmett's the man. And the thing I think what I liked about their conversation was he told a little bit about his situation and revealed his secret. To kind of make her feel very comfortable. Like, it's not about you. You ain't got to talk about your situation. Let me tell you about my situation. And let's break that ice. And let's help you talk me through my situation of what's going on with me. And I think that's what softened the mood for her and then made her feel normal again. Like, we're back to a normal situation where we could just talk about everything.
Right. Yeah.
And then also Jada's perspective. When Jada came in, and Jada has a real calming, soothing demeanor about it. And she's able to cut through and really talk to people. And I really liked it. Like the conversation she had with Dre and them leaning on her expertise of working in the hospital and dealing with trauma. And we also found out that both Jada and Nina were abused.
Sexually assaulted.
Yeah. We didn't know that. And so that gives more substance to why Nina is the way she is.
She is.
And so traumatized, not just that her child was abducted and missing, but she also is carrying that weight of that happening to her, the abuse, when she was a child, which we didn't know.
Right. And obviously never dealt with it.
Never dealt with it.
Yep.
Right. And so now everything is coming to the surface. And so I think through Emmett and Jada is what opened up Keisha to be willing to go out at the end and go seek counseling.
Right. No, I do. I love how they're even talking about this subject.
Yes.
Because
black girls are missing all over the place, and still there are no conversations about it.
Nothing. And then the girls who are being sexually assaulted or have been or whatever, don't talk about it.
Right.
They don't say nothing. Yeah. They don't report it. They don't talk about it. So they grow up broken and holding this all in and being angry and pissed, and no one understands why is this girl or woman so angry and pissed at everybody? Because it's like, these things happen. So I like how they're talking about a very real thing with with Black women. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so let's also talk about the continuing redemption arc of Ronnie. Keisha, unbeknownst to us, calls Ronnie. Mm-hmm. How she has his number, how she calls him, well, I don't know. That's just to shy. They just do things like that. I don't know. And so, right, because she's not calling the police.
So, what you calling the police for?
I'm saying no, she's not, because they're just MIA.
Anyway, Ryan, you walked right into. You walked into that. You walked right into it.
Anyway, Ronnie shows up, and I thought that conversation was brilliant. The conversation they had and the redemption. He was the first season. He was the killer. He was the neighborhood killer.
The killer.
Now he's transformed into the savior, the neighborhood savior.
Mm-hmm.
He not only saved Keisha, he saved that other girl that we didn't know who that girl was on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
The other girl. He saved two girls.
Yeah. I mean, they were able to.
I thought that girl was dead.
They were able
not saved her life, but
he found her.
He found her.
Oh, okay.
And the parents were able to close, bring closure to it. So, I really liked. Remember when Keisha was like, "Yo, I keep thinking about." I don't remember verbatim what she said, but she said, "I keep thinking about when I killed him. I killed this man." And will I stop seeing that or seeing his face? And how Ronnie was like, I killed somebody too. And no, like that conversation, because I don't remember him actually saying out loud, I killed somebody.
Coogie.
Yes, but he's never really said it. I mean, I'm trying to think like it when early on, when he was in the interrogation room, mm-hmm. I think that at that point, he turned himself in. But
walk around saying I killed somebody.
No, but he's had
you
got conversations with Kevin.
Right, and mm-hmm. you gotta come to terms with it yourself in order to get past the trauma itself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's what I mean. Like he's never even said it out loud for himself to hear and come to terms with it.
Right.
Until now.
Yeah, Brian, any thoughts?
I can't speak on this part because I had drama in my house, and so the last 15 minutes, last 20 minutes, I'm done. I gave all I could give.
Oh my God!
I never finished the rest.
Oh gosh, yo, it's never watch party. There's never a dull moment with B. St. John. He just keeps it flowing and going. I love it. well, thank you for giving us 45 minutes.
45 minutes of your opinion. Oh yeah, we
appreciate it. And then I had drama at the house. So yeah.
Right. Maybe we should get a director or somebody in your house to write and bring your story to the screen.
This episode tonight would have been good. Yeah.
Okay, if you all want to follow us to the after show, you can get a little sneak peek of what went on in his house.
Oh my God. Oh
like
my
a little
God.
cloak and dagger thing going on up in my house tonight.
Oh my God.
At least we don't have any more fireworks or fire engines or police cars.
Right. I know.
Oh my God. Okay. So, I again, this is the second show we're reviewing tonight, and to me, it was phenomenal. I love this episode. This episode we can rate. So what are you guys' thoughts? I'll start with you, Lydia.
I have to give this a 5. The way that their story was told, the way it was shot.
Yes.
The way that the dialogue between everyone, you felt the turmoil through the screen. At least I did. So I give it a 5.
Yes. And Brian, we only rate the first 45 minutes.
I'll give it a 4. I have my issues, but I thought it was shot very well. I love the fact of how they did it. It kind of reminded me of watching a play somewhat, of how the scenes were all shot. So I love that part of it.
Mm-hmm. And in the comments, AJ is saying not a 4.5B. No, he said 4. He said 4. No, but I'm going to give it a 5 because this was the best episode of the series for me. So I know they're going to hold me next week when I say the next episode is a 5 as well. But this one, here,
of course you are.
This one here is a 5. I don't care what they say in the comments. I loved it. Oh gosh. Okay. Last but not least, we got to bring it home with some Greenleaf. We're down to the second to last episode. B, kick it off.
So Bishop tries his hardest to sell AJ on the notion of being saved and allowing God in his life. Grace bails Darius out of jail, and he immediately took off to meet with the family that was going to inform on Eden Val lending.
Yeah.
Mind you, the man didn't brush his teeth, but we'll talk about that later. Bishop serves Lady May breakfast in bed and surprises her with an old engagement ring. She refuses the ring because she expects him to compromise with Tara on giving her the house that they're living in. Judy joyously looked as though she was having all the fun in the world, getting ready to tear down the Calvary Church until Grace and Aaron show up with a temporary injunction
Judy.
to stop the demolition. A public scandal forces Bob to address the church followers and prompt him to step down from H&H. Bishop reveals to the church he mislead his misdeeds and how he used a lot of the church and the followers throughout his time serving. And we find out that Gigi lied to her cousin Sophia and never really told Sophia's mother about the photo that she took that went all over the internet.
Oh, Zora.
Sorry.
Gigi.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah. Right. No. Zora. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm not going to drag it out. I'm not going to, wait until the end of the conversation. Bishop died.
Yes.
Moment of silence for James.
Yes. Good death too.
Okay. No silence for Brian, but okay. Bishop, right?
Oh my God.
Keith David is my guy.
Oh my God.
I love me some Keith David, and to see him go like this, like that death at the end of the episode, the stroke, us watching a stroke happen.
Oh my God.
It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
You know, and they the beginning of the episode, I guess they were leading up to it. Again, we see signs, in a show of what's going to happen. And he was sort of wrapping up all his loose ends or deeds throughout the episode. And so, but I really didn't see it coming like this. Like it really hit me. It really, really hit me. How'd you guys feel?
Yeah, I didn't think that he was going to die because he seemed like he was Teflon. Like the man had.
He already had a stroke already.
Yeah, he had a stroke. He had some thing that was about to kill him 2 seasons ago, and I don't know what happened to that. So I didn't see any of this happening. I thought that just something was going to happen between him and Lady May, maybe, but or no, actually, I thought that he would have dementia more than anything else, because that's what I thought they were leading up to. I didn't see the stroke part. So it was really touching because to see that scene with the two of them on the bed and and Lady May's reaction and just her still being nurturing and caring for him as he passed, and her getting up and dialing 911 and everything. I felt bad. It was done very well. I thought it was I thought it was very sad. So it was sad to see him go. Okay, but God is good all the time.
All the time. Can we let's stick on the bishop and just talk about his day. Talk about, first he went, not first, but he sat with AJ. We thought AJ was gonna be gone, but they still keep AJ around.
Dragging this boy around.
And so he had,
now I'm sorry, AJ, he's dry acting. He's flat. But
yeah, he's flat. He's definitely flat.
Yes. But go ahead, Sydney. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. He had the discussion with AJ, and they're gonna build this car together, and he's trying to get him saved and point him to Jesus. And I was like, okay, that's cool, and that's great. And he was pushing him and not pushing him. Mm-hmm. Which I thought I was like, okay, just open his eyes to it, and then let him step into it if he wants to. But I think I think that was foreshadowing. I think he's eventually gonna accept Christ and go into that direction, especially with his condition, I think. So I thought that was a great scene. And then, let's fast forward to the house where he's with Lady May and they're having a discussion like, okay, you're going to give the house up. What's the deal? What are we going to do with this house? Are and he's fighting back and feels that, any admission is going to be a admission of guilt, and he doesn't feel like he's guilty. Talk about it. How do y'all feel about those two scenes?
I mean, I did agree with him. It's like if I give in, if I say, okay, y'all can have the house. Mm-hmm. It's almost like it is like an admission to, right. I feel bad, and yes, I'm admitting to it. So I understood why he was like, hell no. Why are we doing that? So even though Lady May was like, look, we got to make it right. Like, if we're Christians, we got to make it right. I don't like it either, but we got to make it, we got to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. If this house is really, really belongs to them. So that's where she was coming from. Like, she's trying to redeem herself too and redeem the family. It's like, look, all the lies, all of the scandal or whatever, if we're going to be really true Christians and true leaders of a church, we got to put it out there. And we have to make it right. So she was coming from that standpoint.
Right.
Bishop was like, hell no, because that's going to make me look like I'm guilty and I didn't do anything and I'm not giving up my house. So, I mean, you can kind of understand both the standpoints, but I did kind of lean on Bishop's side a little bit more.
I absolutely leaned on Bishop's side. I mean, I get Lady May, what Lady May is trying to do, but no, I did nothing wrong. I am not giving up my house for something I did nothing wrong. If they want to find out what happened and contest this will on the other will, get a lawyer, let the lawyers do that. And I'm happy to sit down and try and figure that part out. I'm not willy-nilly giving up my house just because you feel as though we should, because there's a will before the second will and all this kind. No, I did nothing wrong. And I keep telling you I did nothing wrong. So I'm not admitting to anything. And I agree. If I give something to them, that is an admittance that I did something wrong. So I'm not going to do it. And I absolutely agree with him. So
well, let's talk about
take the ring back.
Let's talk about what he did wrong. Because in a sense, he did do something wrong.
He did a lot wrong.
He did a lot wrong, but what he's being accused of, he did not do. He was being accused of murdering somebody and burning down the house to kill the father. He didn't do that.
So we think that he didn't do that because it's still not clear. It's still, right. We don't have a definitive answer on that.
And actually, I was having a conversation with Tanya, and Tanya was like, yeah, but do we know if he's even really dead? And I was like, I said, I just assumed because the next episode, the last and final one, everyone's crying and Lady May is doing preaching and stuff like that. But Tanya mentioned, she was like, yeah, but we don't really see that whole thing. There's no funeral, there's no ambulance or whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't even think about that or whatever.
Oh, you mean Bishop?
Bishop. Like she was saying, do we really know that he's dead? And I was
I don't think.
Yeah, go ahead, Sydney. I'm sorry.
They did it to us already. They did it last season when he died. When he right. They can't do it again. They can't just
right.
He has to be dead this time.
Right. No. I totally get that. I just thought about it and I was like, oh, I just figured that he was. And actually I wish that they didn't kill him off. I wanted him to go to the end of it. You know what I mean? I didn't necessarily want him killed off.
What'd you say?
I need somebody dead in that family. Somebody, if they didn't want to kill off AJ.
Faith
and AJ.
Faith
already dead.
I need something with some. I need a crescendo. My crescendo is the father.
He needs another sacrifice.
I need a sacrifice. Yes.
Then AJ.
Let it be the father. No, it's the father. Let it be the father. Let's close out with the father. The father's gone. No, I think part of the we don't know how they're going to do it. They may jump and it may be a month from now or 2 months from now. So maybe they might have skipped over the funeral part. We don't need to see another funeral. We've been watching church for how long they've been in church? And they ain't got no church to bury the man in.
No, they didn't tear down Calvary. Calvary's still there.
It's a church
Calvary's about
show.
Calvary's
it's
about
a
to
church
be.
show.
No, what I'm saying is they don't have their church anymore. So
they're about to get it back. Grace filed an injunction to stop the tearing down.
You think that's going to happen in a week?
Yes, in TV world, yes, it happens in days.
Wait, did you see AJ's comment?
What? No. Let's see.
Take a second to look at AJ's comment.
What's that? What are you saving him for? AJ says, what are you saving him for? Greenleaf, the movie? Yes, AJ. We want a movie. We want Bishop in the movie too.
I want Bishop in the ground.
Okay, so can we talk about his confession? When no, you don't want to talk about it?
Well, no, I'm waiting for you to talk about it. I thought you were going to break it down. I didn't know you were throwing it out to us. I thought you were going to talk about
it. But it's so predictable. Oh, now he goes and he confesses it all.
Well, I was so confused because I'm like, okay, what are you going to confess? And so initially I had to watch it the second time because I'm like, what was the crime here? What was wrong?
Well, he
stole from the parishioners and sinned against the parishioners and da da da.
Well, no, he didn't. He didn't steal. He didn't steal.
Okay, he didn't steal. In my mind, he stole.
He manipulated Mrs. Davis into leaving her estate to him.
He strongly persuaded her,
manipulated her.
Yeah,
yeah.
And he basically talks about how he was so focused on the power and his power position that he did anything to hold that position. He lost sight of God. So now he's going back to what he should be, which is a Christian.
Right.
Out of everything, he had to go back to what is it to be a Christian? And that's why he's up there saying, listen, I did it all wrong. I messed up. But he had to do that. He had to come before them to get his church back. You know what I mean? And to get them following him again.
I just felt like all this build up with what's Destiny's Child girl? What's her name?
Her name is Rochelle.
Yeah, Rochelle.
Latoya.
Yeah.
Her name is Rochelle.
All this build up with Rochelle, and she just walks out the church and she just walks out the church and it's like, that's all I want to hear.
Yeah, I was mad at that. I was mad.
That was so disappointing. I was just like, we were waiting for all of this for you to just walk out and say, that's all I wanted to hear. I'm good.
Yeah, I was mad at that. So that's it. Well, I just wanted to hear him admit it. What?
They have to wrap the show. We have one more episode. So, okay, out goes Bishop. Out goes Rochelle. They cleaning house.
I know that. But
I didn't like the way they cleaned that house.
Out go Bob Whitmore. Out goes
just like that. Bob says, "Oh, come on, Judy, let's leave," and they gone. No fight. He don't fight.
No fight.
He done tore up the whole town, sold out black people everywhere, and he just turned and said, "Come on, Judy, let's leave." I'm like, really? Okay.
No fight.
All right, Greenleaf.
And then Charity and what's that man's name? Phil all of a sudden runs behind Charity as she's strutting her way out the church. And I'm in love with you.
Beat it, Phil.
Man. Come on. And then all of a sudden she found her power. Girl, bye.
She needs to find
everybody bye.
She needs to find her child.
Yes, she needs to find her son.
Who she's never raised.
She never raises this child.
Oh my God!
Never.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no. This, and who else? Who else is left for the show? We got
Carissa and Jacob.
Wait. Hold on. Before we go to them, can we just talk about something real special here?
Okay, what you want to talk about?
Okay, Darius coming out of prison, right? Him and
that's important.
And Grace, yes, because this is important. Him and Grace coming and meeting outside the little prison because Grace bails him out and all this kind of stuff. The man been in jail for the weekend, right? Who the hell is kissing a man with no brushing his teeth from being in jail? He didn't take a shower. He just went to go. He running off to go take care of some other business.
So they don't give you toothpaste and thing in the jail.
If you overnight. The Holiday Inn? You think you're on the Holiday Inn? It's jail.
So they just have you in there for 48 hours with no attendance?
It's jail, sir.
Sid, I don't think they hand out packets of toothpaste and toothbrushes. Your ass is funky and stink, and you in a holding
for 2 days? Let's research that. Producers, can we research when you're in holding for 48 hours? Do they give you any kind of
toiletries?
Oh, yeah, toiletries. They bring you soap, and they bring you a towel, and they bring you a bottle of water,
room service,
wine too. Room service. What would you like to eat, sir, in jail?
So that is really important to you. His hygiene.
No,
it is. I guess.
The things that come out of jail is disgusting to me. That was nasty. They tonguing each other down in the car. That's disgusting.
I didn't even think about that. I really didn't.
I think about everything. Same way you bothered by the police in The Chi, I was bothered by that.
Details said it's all about the details.
Now, talk about whatever you want.
No. Any other hygiene issues? You want to talk about Carissa stank ass?
With her chlamydia?
Her chlamydia?
Well, we addressed that a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
She's still foul. It's like they keep finding ways to make her more dislikable. Like she's just foul.
She is, because she was always about the money and the status. She was never about.
No way Jacob could have ever gone back to her because things just keep coming up that she's just done.
Yeah, he would have been miserable.
Yeah,
he was miserable. That's why he cheated on her. He was miserable, and I was like, okay, Carissa, bye-bye. Take Winky with you, too. Bye-bye. Take Winky.
We all know
bye-bye.
Nobody raises children on these shows.
No, they don't. We've seen Winky twice out of the 5 years they done been on that show. And Nathan, 3 times?
Right, and Sophia is lying and not Sophia, Zora is lying and trying to move to New York and get her cousin to pay half the rent. I'm like, okay.
I told you 2 weeks ago, stay away from that girl. That girl is trouble. But y'all got on my case.
Zora?
Trouble.
No,
the girl's trouble.
No, she had shaped. Look, she came a long way because remember, she was like really outrageous. But she cleaned up her act or whatever. But she's still the same. Like basically does teenage stuff. You know what I mean?
She's so young. She doesn't realize that she.
I was never trying to run away when I was a teenager.
Well, no, you didn't have to run away because you were all over. You were there. You were this country, that country. You ain't got to run away.
Don't be mad because my passport gets stamped.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with Greenleaf. I'm done.
We done?
I'm done.
I'm done.
Nothing to talk about.
I'm done.
Yeah, there's nothing left to talk about. Once they killed off my man, I'm good. I'm good. Like, what do we really need to watch the next episode for? What are they going to talk about? What are they going to say?
Zorro.
I'm gonna watch it because it's the last one, and
Do we think Oprah's going to come back?
No, we don't need Oprah to come back. We don't need her to come back. She don't need to come back to do nothing.
Basie will come back.
You think Basie will come back?
Basie will come back. Yeah. Come for
that would be interesting.
Oh my God! So, how'd y'all feel about this episode, Brian?
I'll be honest. It was very underwhelming until the death. So I would give it a 3.
Mm-hmm. Lit.
Yeah, it was underwhelming. You know, the only thing that I really was like, oh no, was about Bishop. But everything else I was like, ugh, whatever. So I give it a 3.
Well, I thought it was a good episode overall. But I'm not gonna give it a high rating, producers, so don't look at me and don't type in the box. So I'll probably give it a 3.5. You know, probably around 3.5 for me. You know, so
that's generous.
That's generous.
It is generous.
Okay. You know, I don't know. It was really shocking.
It's your rating. Yeah, no, it's your rating.
You know, with the death of the bishop. So, okay. So next week we are. Oh no, not next week. Thursday we're going to be reviewing Stargirl. It's not the season finale, is it? It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we got the season finale. Stargirl.
It's the season finale of Stargirl, and we'll talk about the final episode of Greenleaf.
Right, and I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
the final episode of Greenleaf.
Yeah,
and I'm excited. Lydia's gonna be moderating that show. Yeah. So, but no. So come back, you guys. Come back on Thursday to check us out for that show. But this show has been great. I want to thank you guys for joining the watch party tonight, and make sure you like and subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And come on back. All right.
All right.
Peace. Bye.